So let's talk about stuff like that. You know, don't if you want to talk about the Romans, the Greek, let's tell the truth about that stuff. Or let's talk about how Columbus he went into the islands and stuff like that and murdered all kinds of Indians or that were dark skinned people. He never even made it to America. And on top of that, he had a black navigator. So if he was the discoverer of America, how the heck he have a black navigator? So tell the
Mm-hmm.
truth. You want to tell the truth? Tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to do inclusion, that's fine. Let's do inclusion. Let's talk about it from the real true point of view.
But it's inclusion the way it
Yeah, because
is.
they want to
No,
say,
it's their version of
let's
inclusion.
talk
It's
about
like
St.
it's
Patrick.
still
How St. Patrick was a murderer and he's responsible for killing a lot of the 12 people. And if people want to know, do research on the 12 people, that was a group of Africans that inhabited the island of Ireland before these white people even got there.
oh no, it's like I say, it come, they say I will come across as opinionated
Well, I mean, but if they can prove you
saying
wrong,
that.
if you can
But
prove
that's all I'm saying is like where refuted. I don't it's not a opinion per se. It's not an argument. But if you can refute it. Because a lot of times people will give me some resources or something and I'm like, I don't really say nothing back. I just, look at it and whatever. And I'm like, okay, you on to a whole different point. You missed the whole point
right,
of
go
what I was saying.
make
What
sure,
you have is not even credible. It's still whitewashed.
yeah.
And I'm not doing the whitewash stuff. That's, I don't know. That's the part.
You gotta understand, people gotta understand. History is his story. That's what the whole word comes from. His story doesn't mean it's all credible. A lot of stuff in history is told for the history is told from the view of the conqueror.
Hmm.
It's not told for the true point. It's told from the view of the conqueror. Of course, American history or white history is going to always be told from the view of the conqueror because we were conquered. Like another big misconception that people say, "Oh, slaves." We weren't slaves. We were prisoners of
Hmm.
wars. We were captured. We are not slaves. We were never slaves. Slaves are something that means that, oh, you guys are just people. No, we had businesses, we had a whole society, we had a whole infrastructure and everything else. We were captured, meaning that we are a prisoner of war.
But that's that whitewash
And
part.
on top of that, there were African people here before even white people got here. That's the whole thing about Mansa Musa coming over here with ships and stuff like that, trading back and forth. Also, Ramesses III, he came. He came over here. The cities in the whole Smithsonian in the Smithsonian is a city in the Grand Canyon. That's facts.
Hmm.
So, uh, we were not slaves. We were prisoners of war. So stop calling us slaves. Cause try to demean us and degrade us and make us less than people. First of all, if you go from a scientific point of view, we were here first.
I don't know. Some people just it's more about acceptance. They want more acceptance than trying to be um, truth, and then they say, "Oh, well, I'm teaching the truth," but like, whose truth is it? And I want everybody to know about everybody, but that's still the wrong way to do it because it's still downplaying our role in the society and in the world. So I don't know. Let's see.
Well, I mean, it's all from if you look at it, it's from look. We've been people say, "Oh, okay, we vote, go vote, go vote, go vote." But the thing about it is, if you look at through the years, if you could tell me one thing that we really gained from voting, the hood has been the same, poor people have been the same. We haven't really moved nowhere in years. Matter of fact, and I'm gonna be real about it. Before integration, we had our own communities, we had our own businesses. What do we have now? You got agents, you got Arab people, you got everybody in our communities that having businesses, and the money's going out of our community. It's not going in our community, and that's why the hood is the way it is. Like Malcolm has said, if you have money always going out and not going in, of course we're going to become the lowest class of people. And that's what happened. Before that, we had our own communities. The Asian people put their money back in their community. Mexican people even got supermarkets. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Indian people, they
The
got their own
Arabs.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got their own stuff except for us.
Except for us.
And as soon as we start to have our own stuff, there's so much inner hating amongst ourselves that we
There's
can't
just
get
a
together.
fight and killing and
And
all
then,
this stuff.
I don't want to go there because I don't want to go to Black Store because you got to pay more money. Well, if you
Mm-hmm.
thought that if you got to pay more rent, you got to pay more this, you got to pay more that. It's not that they're trying to make you pay more money, but the fact is that we have to start somewhere. If you have to go pay, you go buy a pair of Jordans. That costs all kinds of
It's
money.
not necessarily more money, it's an illusion because you go to any other store readily, I'm finna run to Walmart, to the Target, you buy their stuff without even questioning how much it costs. But soon as it's a black person, oh, it costs too much?
Or
Really?
I want the hookup or something like that. You ain't gonna get
No.
the hookup every time. That man gotta operate a business.
Okay, they are getting
That man
you
or woman gotta
in,
operate a
in
business.
them stores just as well as any other store. They getting you because they money. I mean, what they merchandise don't cost that much. Them chain stores, that's what people don't realize. They're not paying that much,
And
and
their
they
money
raising the
and their
prices
money their money
quadruple.
and their money goes out of the community. It does not
Mm-hmm.
never comes back into your community.
So yeah, some people just they don't
We have to change the way we think.
they can't get past that. Cannot get past it.
Stop telling our kids and teaching our kids bullshit because this school system, a lot of people that I didn't learn about the school system. In fact, you can learn more on the internet about Black history than you can even think about learning on the internet. And far as want to tell our story, that's bullshit. We got so much, but if people don't go out there and do the research, we'll never know.
People just need to start listening. Just listen to somebody for once instead of thinking somebody knows something. Yeah, somebody's always going to know more than you because that's how people are. Everybody's not going to stay at the same level. Some people actually do want to advance themselves, but again, that's what's wrong with us. You can't know more than me. It's that kind of attitude. Like, okay, somebody probably did research. They found out something that you thought was the truth and it's not actually true. Just because they telling you, don't be hating on them. That's the part I can't get past.
Right? If you're gonna go back up their sources. Uh, the guy, he passed away, but his name was Dr. John Henry Clark. Dr. John Henry Clark.
Mm,
Go check him out.
yeah, man. People, what you trying to come in here for? What do you want? Spying on people? Inch high, private eye. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. Uh, but yeah, that's just teaching inclusion. It's their their inclusion. It's all the same thing, and it's still a version of brainwashing. That's what it is. You're just brainwashing your own kids because that's what you've been brainwashed into. That's the same thing. But let's see, I can't tell nobody nothing. Mm. But, yeah, man. Voting. Everybody have to be re-schooled, relearned. Ooh, this head. Picture. Anyway. Ooh. Ooh. Hmm. Another thing is, people say we didn't learn this in school, but You're not gonna learn it in school. It should be, but that's just not how it is. Cause then we gonna know too much, and they don't want us to know too much. So you have to set yourself apart and be one of them people that learn it on your own and teach the next person. Yep, that's what you have to do. Teach the next person. Mm-mm-mm. Anyway. What is you doing? It's like doing something in there. Yeah. Poor kids. I think some people it's just they more about in denial, and they feel like they are selling out when actually they are selling out, but not the way they think they selling out. Like, who said that? Somebody said that. That was Malcolm X. Said something like that. Man. Put my shirt right here. Anyway, you guys have to I don't know, send in some questions, some comments on something along these lines. This is something important that you do, or how important is to history. I'm not trying to say how. Where are the sources? What sources are you researching? Because I can't just say using. I would hope that you wouldn't just pick a source and use it without researching it. What are you using, and what do you find that makes it credible? Yeah. Let's say, how effective is it? Or is it just something practical? Anyway, that is it on this schooling. Till the next one.